Hello and welcome to this episode of Have You Seen? Today we are talking about James Gunn's last movie as a Marvel director. Well, he might come back, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
We were gone for quite a while. But no matter what happens next, the galaxy still needs its guardians.
Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
I have just seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Your thoughts?
This is a big film.
Oh.
Big.
We did see it in IMAX, so it was going to be quite big.
Big, loud.
Very loud.
Action. Very action. While watching this, I thought to myself, we have truly reached and surpassed peak superhero action comic book films. In Marvel, at least.
Yeah.
I know there are some new DC ones coming out.
Yeah, we have definitely passed it. Not saying it's bad. It is better than the first one. It is better than Ant-Man and Quantumania and some of the other more recent films. So any film after, let's say, Spider-Man, No Way Home, have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
They have been pretty bad. This one is okay-ish. It's better than one, not as good as 2, I think.
Yeah.
I think 2 was probably the best in the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. There are some moments in the film that stand out. I thought certain things were going to happen. I thought characters were going to die. They didn't. I'm not disappointed that they didn't die. I just read on the internet that they died, and the internet is a terrible, terrible place.
It would have been a bolder move if someone died.
Yeah.
It felt like they were like, oh, we're going to do this. Actually, no, we won't. We're not actually going to do that. Which, after killing off Iron Man...
What can you do?
Why would you take a step back from making those kind of bold decisions?
Yeah.
It almost feels a bit like they want to milk as much as they can out of these characters. And the characters are almost kind of done.
Yeah, I mean...
little bit longer and it won't be funny anymore.
Yeah, Dave Bautista is no longer playing Drax anyhow. He said he's not going to do that anymore.
And we'll kill anyone who gets in our way.
No, not kill anyone.
Kill a few people.
Kill no people.
Kill one guy, one stupid guy who no one loves.
Now you're just making it sad.
Because he wants to move forth. And Dave Bautista was very good at Knock at the Cabin.
Yes.
So it's like he is... Like the actors are showing that they want to go on and do other things. They don't want to be stuck in this Marvel world where you only know them for that, which I understand.
Yeah, I think that you can tell these characters are well developed, well formed. They're loved in the sense of like the writing.
Yeah, James Gunn does do a good job writing these things. He's a good action storyteller, I guess.
Yeah,
And he's funny.
And some of it was unexpected and a bit different, I guess.
Yeah.
Like some of the settings were a bit different to before. I liked that.
Yeah. Okay, so would you purchase Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on 4K Blu-ray?
Do you know what? I probably would.
Oh.
I think visually it was a really good film.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it again because I think you would see loads of different things. There were a lot of scenes that were very big with a lot going on. And it would be nice to watch them again because you might see like little other things that go on.
Do you think people at home should go to the cinema or wait for it to come out on streaming or to buy on 4K?
Go to the cinema.
Go to the cinema. So it's a recommendation. Go see this film. If you like the other Guardians of the Galaxy films and like their story, definitely. You'd enjoy it, I think.
Yeah.
I liked Cosmo.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah.
I think that it was important also because of like animal rights.
Yeah, definitely. There's a whole thing about that.
There's a whole animal rights thing in this film. It upset me a little bit. I think it might upset some people.
Just to let you know, these are CGI animals.
Yeah.
So no animals were harmed in the making. But makes you think about animal rights and how animals are treated. Horrible. So, what was your favourite scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
I think my favourite scene was when the planet's all collapsing and they have to get out, and then Gamora actually drives the ship and she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
And she always crushes them.
Now, obviously, this is a different Gamora because Gamora dies in Avengers Endgame. So there's a whole bit with Pete's character and how he just wants that Gamora back, but this is a completely different one who does not like him, which I found quite funny.
I think that was a good decision because it made Nebula be able to be at the forefront a bit more.
Yeah, and she is awful. Or she's an awful person, but there's no Gamora being good.
Yeah.
She has to kind of be good. But there were bits with Gamora where she had a heart, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
Don't even.
Knock it off!
What? Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
Who was your favourite character?
I liked Nebula
Yeah?
in this.
Yeah.
I thought that she's always been funny in a kind of way that wasn't brought forward. And you can see character development because obviously she's gone through everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite interesting.
Yeah, she's gone through the whole dusting and all that and
Yeah.
come out the other side. Yeah.
Who was your favourite character?
My probably would have been Drax, just because of how stupid he is. And the jokes. I mean, most of the scenes in like Volume 2 and Volume 1, which were the funniest parts, were of Drax saying certain things. And it was the same again with this, where he and Mantis, they work well together. So if you've seen the Christmas special, it's basically Drax and Mantis together.
Yeah.
And they work well. He was probably my funniest thing. I kind of like the bit how they had with Pete being more or less an alcoholic, and he can't get over the loss of Gamora. But I can't imagine that, like someone dying and then there being another one of them, but they don't know you or like you. It would mess with a lot of people's minds.
Yeah.
You could see them and they're like, you look exactly like how you were, but you're dead, but you're there. Very confusing.
It would be.
Yes, I can understand why he would drink.
But I think they do that quite well in Marvel. In the recent Marvel films, they've done quite well at showing like consequences. So before, maybe if something happened in a superhero film, it wouldn't actually be addressed.
Yeah.
But because this is obviously a franchise, they carry it on and it becomes a part of their characters, which I think is good rather than just like... It's more three-dimensional.
What did you think of Will Poulter as Adam Warlock?
I like him. Do you know what I found out today?
He's English.
He's dyspraxic like me.
Oh, so he falls over all the time.
Yeah. So dyspraxia is technically a developmental disorder, and it's a medical definition bit of being clumsy.
Understatement.
And it can make you physically, it can make you a bit weird. So like some people have said like, oh, he moves a bit strangely.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that.
And that's why.
Oh, well, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I
was interested to learn that about him.
I think there should have been more of him. I liked his character. I liked how he was. The character is stupid.
Yeah.
Basically, he's just not. He hasn't developed. The character hasn't developed long enough. Like when they grow him in the film, he wasn't. He was just released to be all powerful, and you can see that the character is a bit silly. Now, I liked him in other films. One with Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
We're the Millers. He was good in that, and he's done lots of other things. I think there wasn't enough of him in this.
Yeah, but I think that they kind of had to do a bit of a victory lap for the other characters, which didn't leave much space for him. Hopefully, we're going to see more of him.
Well, I always thought he was, in the comic books, a bigger character, like a less good-looking character, like a ugly villain as such. But Guess not.
Are you ready for one last ride?
We'll all fly away together.
Into the forever.
Anyhow, that has been our quick review on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. If you've seen it, let us know your thoughts down below. And don't forget to subscribe because it really does help the algorithm. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Goodbye forever.
Yeah.